Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to be talking about the factor theorem. If you haven't done so already, you might want to watch a couple of our other videos. The first one is on polynomial long division, and the second one is on the remainder theorem. We've included links to both in the description below. You probably need to watch those two videos if you don't already know that material in order to understand this one. So feel free to watch those first and come back to this one. If you, on the other hand, do know what polynomial long division and the remainder theorem are, definitely keep watching. First of all, let me define this word factor, just for those of you who may have forgotten or are not completely sure what that word means. Let me do a couple of quick divisions. How about if I divide 20 by 5? What is the answer? Well, it's 4. And what's the remainder? The remainder is 0. Let's do another division. How about we divide the number 23 by 5? The answer to this, 5 goes into 23 4 times, and the remainder is 3. Well, let's take a look at these two divisions that we just did. Well, in the first example, 5 is a factor of 20. Why? Because when we divided it, we got no remainder. We got a remainder of 0. So therefore, this is a factor. 5 is a factor of 20. On the other hand, in the second division that we did, we divided 23 by 5. Since we got a remainder of 3, we know that 5 is not a factor of 23. And because that's what factor means. Something is a factor of something else. If you divide one by the other and you get a remainder of 0, then it's a factor. If you divide one by the other, on the other hand, and get a remainder that's not 0, like 3 in this case, then that is not a factor. And that's all a factor means. Either the remainder is 0, in which case it was a factor, or the remainder was not 0, in which case it is not a factor. So if you go back to the remainder theorem, you'll remember that the remainder theorem is just a shortcut that allows us to find the remainder of a division without actually having to do the division itself. So in other words, if I wanted to find out the remainder that I would get if I divided this polynomial by this x minus 3 polynomial, all I have to do is take my divisor, the x minus 3, set it equal to 0, and solve for it. Of course, I get 3. And then I have to take that 3 and plug it into every single x in the dividend, which I'm going to do now. So I'm going to plug 3 into every single x in there. And then you plug this all into your calculator. 3 to the power of 3 is 27. 3 squared is 9. 19 times 3 is 57. 12. 6 times 27 is 162. 17 times 9 is 153. Minus 57 plus 12. And if you add all these together, you get minus 36. And there we go. We've used the remainder theorem to find the remainder. And let's take a look at that remainder. Is it 0? No, it's not. And therefore, x minus 3 is not a factor of this dividend 6x cubed minus 17x squared minus 19x plus 12. And that's all. And that's all the factor theorem is. If, on the other hand, instead of getting minus 36, we had gotten 0, then it would have been a factor. But any number besides 0, such as minus 36, and x minus 3 is not a factor of the polynomial that we're given in this question. And that's it for the factor theorem. If you found the explanation in this video helpful, please click the like and subscribe buttons to be notified about future videos. And we've also included links in the description below where you can find other videos related to this one, and also to contact us and send us any questions you may have. Thanks for watching. Bye.